Hello and welcome to Dabbling in Journals, and I'm really excited today to share with you the sketching kit I've put together to go on my trip to Paris. Now I'm not going for 6 weeks yet, but what I wanted to do was put my kit together so that I could take it out and try it before I actually go on my trip to make sure that I've got everything I need in it. Now as you can see, I have chosen this little pouch to take with me to Paris, and I was looking online for something that I thought would be suitable, and when I saw this orange colour I was sold. If you've watched my videos before, you will know that orange is my favourite colour. And the make of this little pouch is Fjallraven Kanken. I don't know how you say it, but I had a look on some YouTube videos before I purchased, and it seems to be quite a popular brand and quite hard wearing and such like, and of course the colour is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to share with you what I've got inside this pouch. It is one that goes around your waist. Now I'm reliably informed by Louise that these are now called sling bags, although I think on the label it was called a hip bag. Yes, anyway, the idea is that you put the strap around your waist and then the bag just hangs sort of on your hip as you're walking around. And I thought that would be perfect for me because my PTSD gives me a lot of shoulder pain. I get a lot of pain in my upper back and shoulders, and so this won't put any weight or strain on that part of me. So I thought that would be great. So I'm going to show you what's inside, but first I want to share an unboxing of one of the items that is in this pouch so that you can see what it is and what it's for. So I will be back in a few minutes once I've shared that item. So let's see what I have inside this parcel. And this is from an Etsy store called Letsgosketching. So that gives you a clue. Has to do with sketching. Ooh. So we have this lovely leaflet. Greetings from Cornwall. Thank you for choosing a Letsgosketching companion. I hope you enjoy it. Happy sketching, Ian. How lovely is that? And I believe that this is covered with snippets from his sketch journal. Oh my goodness. If I could produce anything half this good, I'd be happy. In fact, if I manage to produce anything at all, I'll be happy. So let's see what I bought. Nicely packaged with little sticker. Who doesn't want a little sticker? Woo! And here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is what I purchased. I didn't realise that it came with this mechanical pencil, which is really cool. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is. And it's got like a little thing on it so that you can remind yourself what lead you've got inside. It says HB, B, 2B, 4B, and so on. That's really cool. Okay, so it came with that little pencil. Let me just, oh, it's got some other bits in here. I'll take those out and get the box out of the way. Do you know what this is, guys? So let's take off the paper, which I want to keep for my journal. And what we have here is a sketcher's companion, he calls it. And it's really cool. You can choose what colour you want and what colour elastic you want. It comes here with a little water pot. So that just clips on. And you can pop water in there for your sketching, should you so wish. Or I imagine if I was doing coloured pencil sketching, I could put some kind of solvent in there, but water for watercolour sketching, and then that just clips on. And let me show you how this works. So you get your little sketchbook. This is a Hannah Millay watercolour sketchbook, which I've just done some swatching in, and I have put this beautiful coffee sticker on the front. Of course. I was waiting for somewhere special to use that sticker and I found the perfect place. Then you take your sketching companion like so. You put it onto your notebook like so. And then in this package, I think there's going to be some clips. We will look at the other bits and pieces in a minute. So yeah, this is the clips. Okay, so you get out your little clips and then you just clip your sketchbook like so. Or you could do it here, that's probably more sensible. Okay, so what you have now is a place to put your watercolour palette. So let me find my watercolour palette. So here I have my little Art Toolkit palette from arttoolkit.com, and it just magnetises onto the board like so. And then you can do your sketch. Now I can of course clip my watercolour palette to the page if I'm just using half of the notebook, but if I wanted to do a double spread painting, this now means that I have somewhere to put my palette, so it's not actually on my book and I can use the whole spread. How cool is that? And then I've also got a little place to put water for my watercolour brush if I so wish. I just want to see whether or not a larger watercolour palette would fit on here. Ooh, did you hear that click? Most definitely does. Wow, it's really strong. I mean, if I tip it upside down, oh, my watercolour pans might fall out. But the watercolour tin isn't going anywhere. Wow. Don't you think that is such a cool thing? Oh, I am so chuffed with that. I want it to take to Paris. I mean, even if you're working on a table, it's kind of handy to have everything, you know, fixed together like this. I want to see now whether or not it will fit in a bigger sketchbook. Take that off a minute. Wow, those magnets are really strong. Let's take off my little sketchbook. So this sketchbook is one that I've chosen as a swatching sketchbook, and I shall just be trying all my colours, trying different mixes and so on until I fill it up, and then I will keep it as a reference book. So that's what that one is for. Now I do have a larger sketchbook and I want to see if my little sketching companion works on this. He does do them in a variety of different sizes. So you can get one that this is an A5 book. Again, I've been swatching, as you can see. And I want to see whether or not this will fit on here. I don't see why it wouldn't. So suppose that I'm doing my sketching and I just clip it again. Oh yeah, of course it does. So I could sketch with my A5 book, even though this isn't the A5 sized Sketcher's Companion. Oh, that is so cool. I bet it's not in frame because it's quite big. So I've got an A5 sketchbook here with my watercolor palette. Wow, really, really love it. I just think it's such a nifty thing. Okay, so let me just check out what else was in the package. So I had my little leaflet, I had my clips, a freebie pen, which is really, no, pencil, sorry, which is really cool. And there's some other bits in here. So let's have a look. We have the Just Go Sketching leaflet, and that just tells you how to attach it tells you how to attach your little Go sketchboard to your sketchbook. Some information there about Ian. And he also makes watercolour paints. So here, oh my goodness, they are actually real swatches on a piece of paper that he's stuck in. And that shows you all his beautiful handmade watercolour paints and more information about him. So that's really cool. And then we've got another little envelope which says Go Sketching for Non-Metal Palettes. Okay, let's see what this one is. Saved my sticker again. Oh, it's magnets. Oh, that's cool. I got interrupted by the door then. We've got little stick-on magnets. Oh, there's a little tiny one. And you can use those if you've got a plastic watercolour tin. You can put the magnets on and then you'll be able to stick it to your sketching companion. That's a really thoughtful addition. I'm going to put those safely back in there. And then I can see, oh, we've got a little notebook. It's a little notebook with, again, he's used all his own sketches to make the cover. So beautiful and inspiring. Oh, that is so sweet to add that into the order. Really nice. Okay, and then finally, last but definitely not least, it looks like he's included a free pan of watercolour, one of his own watercolours. So let's set up our little sketch kit and try this little beauty out. I'm going to have to hold that because it's not in the palette. There we go. Ooh, I don't have a colour like this. Wow, this is lovely. See if I can just completely lighten it up. And let's just put a bit of water. And I'm going to pop a bit of paint in and see what it does. It re-wets really easily. I think that's a really lovely colour. I want to see what it looks like next to my Green Apatite Genuine, which is one of the greens that I've got in my palette. So that's I need to find out the colour. Let's try it next. This is now Daniel Smith Green Apatite Genuine, which is one of the Primatech colours. That one can go really dark. What do you think? I think those two greens look really nice together. Let's try mixing it. So if we get a little bit of that green, and what colour would be nice with it? Let's put in a little tiny bit of yellow orange. I don't know if I got any. Oh look, that looks really similar to the Green Apatite Genuine. And let's now try mixing it with some of my pure yellow. So the yellow orange and the pure yellow are both Schminke paints. So let's get a bit of yellow. And now mix it with this one. Get a little bit more yellow. Ooh, look at that. Got a lovely bright yellow. So I'm just going to have a look in the leaflet now and see if I know which that's not the right leaflet. Or is it? Yeah, which green do we have here? I wonder if it's the chromium oxide. I'm trying to see on the label to see if it says, but I think it's chromium oxide green. It's a little bit difficult to read because it's really, really tiny. But that's what I think it is. And I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a single pigment green. He's put here RG17, but I wonder if he means PG17. Yeah, he does. That's just a typo. Oh, I'm going to have a real lot of fun experimenting with that colour. Although I don't have room for it in this palette. What could I sacrifice in order to put it in? I'm not sure. I'll have to put it in a different one. So once you finish your sketching session, if you don't have an extra pot, you can just put your lid back on till you can find somewhere safe to dispose of your painty water and pop your kit away. Wow, that is such a strong magnet. Wow. I think that is a really cool, nifty little piece of kit. And I hope you enjoyed having a look at it with me. You will be seeing that again when I go to Paris. Right, so I hope you enjoyed seeing that new little bit of kit I've got. Don't you think it's cool? So this little pouch, in the back here, there is a pocket. And I decided that what I would keep in here is my wallet, which is just, I've just took out my wallet insert from a passport traveller's notebook, and I thought that will be sufficient. I can put my cards in here and any cash that I have, and then that will be securely close to my body so that I don't lose it. And I've also got in here my passport, and I'll put my son's passport in there as well so that they'll be safe in this little pocket. I'll leave that out for now. And then the main compartment obviously has all my sketching gear. Now, you may have seen in a previous video that I put together this little traveller's notebook in the passport size as a little sketching book, and I made a little insert using my favourite watercolour paper. So I have that in here. I have this lovely little slim insert, which I've only just done a couple of sketches in. So I put that in here. That was a gift from my friend Suzanne, and it's lovely. And I also have a Traveller's Company watercolour sketchbook, which has perforated pages, and I thought any sketches I do on here I could then take out and put into my travel journal, which will be in the regular size. It's not the best paper for watercolour, even though it's called a watercolour insert. It will take water, but it hasn't got any texture. Right, so that is my little sketchbook, and I have a Traveller's Company pencil on the side here. And then of course, I have my little sketching companion that I've just shown to you. And obviously you can see that I chose it because I like my colours to coordinate. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? See, I'm all about the kit and not about what I actually do with it. But I'm determined to change my ways and actually use my supplies and see if I can't progress my skills. Now inside I have my art toolkit watercolour palette. I've got a space there because I haven't finalised what colours that I would like in here. but when I do, then I'll share those with you. So I've got that little palette, and then I've got this second one, which is one that I bought from Amazon. It's very similar. It's not as good as this one, because this one, I'll just show you quickly the difference. This one has got a lip here, which stops the water running off, and this one doesn't. So I have to bear that in mind. But the reason I put this one in as well is because I'm having fun at the moment playing with some new granulating watercolours. And these two are the super granulating watercolours from Schminko. They're new ones. They're single pigment colours, yellow and red, and they granulate, which is really unusual. They're not very pigmented, but they do make some really fun and interesting mixes. So I thought that would be fun to play with while I'm away, especially on the train, because it passes the time, doesn't it? If you can have a little play with your sketch stuff while you're on the train. So that's those. And also in there, I just have one of my travel watercolour brushes, just in case I want to use a real paintbrush. Then also in here I have a glue stick in case I want to stick anything into my sketchbook, and similarly I have some little nifty scissors that my partner gifted to me one Christmas, and again just in case I want to stick anything into my notebook. I have a kneaded eraser in a little box, which is really good for erasing on watercolor paper because it's gentle, it doesn't damage the paper, and you don't get bits. So that's really nice. I have a mechanical pencil. This is my favorite one by Faber-Castell. It's the TK Fine Executive. I have a 0.7 lead in it because I'm heavy-handed, and it has a twist out really long eraser, which is really good for somebody like me that's always making mistakes. So I have that, and I have spare leads for it. I have a spare cartridge for my fountain pen and a spare eraser for that pencil. I don't think I'll be doing that much drawing there that I'll use up that eraser. I've got a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, which has got a waterproof ink in it if I want to do line and wash. I have another mechanical pencil. This is also by, oh no it's not, this is by Stapler. It's the Triplus Micro 0.7, and I think I've got a red lead at the moment in this one, but I just bought this as a spare in case the other one should break or something, and that's got an eraser in it too. Still on the sketching, I've got a pencil stump because I like using those when I sketch, just to put in the values or an indication of where they are. I have two water brushes. This one is a Pentel water brush with a large brush, and this is a flat one. And the reason it's two coloured is because when I purchased it, it came with this body. So this top was on this body and it was too long. So I swapped it for a different body. So then these two are now multicoloured, purple lid and a yellow body, but it's got this lovely, really wide flat tip, which I thought would be really handy. I've got all wet now. And then last but not least, I have a ruler. So those are all the things that I've got in the main compartment. And obviously once I've got my sketchbook out, let me just shove them back in. Once I've got my sketchbook out, obviously these things will just be around my waist. So as I'm sketching with my sketchbook, if I want to reach in and grab something from in here, it will be really easy to do. And it opens up really wide. So easy to find things that you want. Oh, and a glue stick. Did I show you that? I think I did. I've got a glue stick. Now in the front pocket, there is one more pocket here. And I think this is sort of fairly rain resistant, which is cool. In the front pocket, I have got the little water pot that came with my sketching companion, which has still got water in. It seems to be really leak resistant because it's got like rubber in the top, which is really cool because you don't want it to leak until you can get somewhere where you can empty it safely. I don't think I have any toxic paints in my palette, but I suppose I should check that. But yeah, it seems to be very leak resistant. So I've got that in the front pocket, and I have the 2 clips that came with it. And then I've got my little wet pouch, and in my wet pouch I have a cloth for cleaning my watercolour brush, and I am planning to purchase, but I haven't yet, some toweling wristbands, because they're really useful for wiping your brush if you're just holding your little kit. And I did check, and my little Sketcher's Companion works absolutely fine on my traveller's notebook. So let me just show you. Obviously I haven't started this sketchbook yet because it is for Paris. So I can put my palette here and my water pot. I can hold this, and if I am painting, I wanted a little like wristband that I could wipe my brush on as I paint. So I just need to order some of those. Okay, so I will have one of those as well as another rag, because you can't have too many rags. And I've got my dinky little porcelain mixing palette, which just gives me some additional mixing space should I need some. So, and I just wrap it in there to keep it protected. Oh, and I have another water brush in here and a little syringe for filling up watercolour brushes. So all the things I could think of that I need for my little trip to Paris. And then obviously I will be able to use this sketching kit afterwards whenever I so wish. So what do you think, guys? Can you think of anything that I need that I haven't put in here? What I think I'm going to do is try it out, as I said, and I will let you know how it goes when I give it a trial. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.